What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 863 Bassin. Let's talk about a certain lure that puts a lot of big fish in the boat or on the bank this time of year. And that worm is the MB Fat Finesse Worm by Exxon Lures. Fish catching machines right there in one package. Now, if you're not familiar with Exxon Lures, they are a company based out of Canada. They have a wide selection of soft plastics over there on their website. We got the Deception Worm, we got the Adrenaline Craws, and trust me, is it bedding season yet? Woo! These are gonna be nasty. Nasty when you're flipping on those beds. We got the Blitz Worm, 11-inch worm, one of my favorites. We have the MB Fat Finesse Worm, which we're going to be talking about today. And we have the Muscleback Craws. We can't forget about one of my favorite trailers of 2020 and 2021 has been the Exxon Swammer. Now they come in multiple sizes. My favorite size is the 3.8 inch. Right there. Now this is bluegill color. This is an awesome color. Green pumpkin on top, watermelon on the bottom, purple flake. I love purple. Now these things, they're incredible. I gotta do a separate video on these. If you guys follow me over on Instagram, 863 Bassin, you guys will see I throw swammers on pretty much every one of my moving baits that I could put a trailer on. And they got much more over there. Make sure you go over and check them out, exxonlures.com. Now let's talk about the shape of this worm. All right, it has a curvature that goes all the way around to a flat side. That's completely flat. On the curved side, we have a little rib body, goes down to the little egg sac. Then it tapers down to a nice skinny tail, and then it goes down to this big old fat tail right here. What's crazy about all these worms that Exxon comes out with, most are soft plastics, are they literally float. You throw it down there in a shaky head, Texas rig, Carolina rig. This is gonna do, it's gonna stand up out of that muck, stand out to those fish. Now, just like every soft plastic that Exxon puts out, they're infused with that X formula scent and a super fine salt, which allowing these things the perfect drop rate and still the ability to stand straight up in the water. I have put Exxon lures through their paces over the past year and a half. I can stand behind the brand 100% telling you it does catch fish. Take a look at this photo. And this one. And when I talk about the MB Fat Finesse Worm catches big fish, check out this little clip. There's one. Big. Hurry. Hold on. Oh, pretty dang close. Look at that.
Got the two biggest ones for sure.
Oh yeah, she's a healthy one too. That last little video, what I was doing is I was throwing the MB Fat Finesse Worm on a Texas rig. I was throwing that on a 4/0 EWG worm hook, Texas rigged, just like this, with a 3/16 ounce bullet weight. One of my favorite ways to rig these worms. Now the Texas rig is my #1 favorite way to rig it. But if I had a close second, it would definitely be the shaky head. That right there on a 4/0 shaky head, 3/16 ounce, that's gonna land just like this on the bottom, and it's gonna float up just like that because that worm is gonna stay floating. Now the third, that's one's kind of iffy because I don't do it a lot, but when I have done it, I succeed in my fishing trip. I mean, I put fish in the boat. Whenever they don't want something on the bottom and they want something really slow, I'll wacky rig it. I'll put that on a little 1/0 circle hook or a wacky hook, and I'll rig it right behind the egg sac. I'll leave it a little longer for the tail than the head. That way it just gives it a bigger shimmy. That right there is deadly when you want to go finesse fishing. And out of my 4 ways to rig the MB Fat Finesse Worm, the very last one is one I have not put a lot of time in. I don't have that much confidence in doing. It'll work awesome. I'm going to spend more time this year working on this technique. And that technique is, that's the Carolina rig. Right there. I have this rigged up on a 4/0 straight worm hook, just Texas rigged. Goes all the way up to a barrel swivel, to some beads, to a weight, and to another barrel swivel. This is my main line right here. What this is going to do is I'm going to cast it out there. The weight is going to fall down, and this worm is going to travel right behind it. When that fish goes ahead and grabs that worm, he's not feeling the weights. And a lot of times when they pick up a Texas rig, and if it's pegged or a shaky head, they're going to feel the weight of that weight. And that's going to throw them off. They're going to spit it easier. This right here is the most natural approach you can go if you want to catch a fish on a soft plastic. But those are my 4 ways that I rig up the MB Fat Finesse Worm. If you have a special way that you rig it up, please drop me a comment down below. So if you guys have a specific question about Exxon lures, what soft plastics they make, how to rig them, anything, shoot me a DM over on Instagram, 863bassin. You can message me right here on YouTube, drop me a comment. Make sure you like this video and you are subscribed, because we're going to be dropping more videos and how-tos this year. So until next time, guys, enjoy that grind. Tight lines.